Hey guys, I'm back again answering your questions. All right, so very excited because I have no idea what I'm going to say to you. The first question is from Heather. It says, what are some of your favorite moments from your first season? Well, of course, when Janet Jackson came out and everybody says, did you know? You had to know. No, I knew it was a surprise. I thought it was going to be Trevor Noah who came out because all I've been talking about all season is how I got a crush on Trevor Noah. And I just heard Sherri, da, da, da. I don't even remember what else was said. And I'm in my head, I'm going, that is not who I think it is, because it's certainly not Trevor Noah. And when Janet Jackson came from around that corner, y'all don't even understand. I jumped up, I jumped down, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. This is a major, like, it was so surreal. It was just the fact that Janet Jackson had come out to support me because she chose to do only 3 appearances in New York. And we got so many major talk shows. And she said that she wanted to support me. And that meant so much to me. And then, like, I think when I was crying, she wipes the tear out of my eye and she goes, you're crying. I was like, yeah, I'm crying. You standing here wiping the tears out of my eyes. Like, you pleasure principle. So that was like a moment. One of the other moments is when Whoopi Goldberg came on the show. Now, I've worked with Whoopi for 7 to 8 years, but she's always been like the friend, the auntie, and, and she's always just taking care of me when I was on The View. But to actually have her come and support me on the show, it was like the entire day I was emotional. I was crying all day. And when they said Whoopi is here, and I went upstairs and she just opened up her arms and enfolded me. And she was like, bitch, stop crying. Just stop crying. And so I had stopped. But then when she walked out, it was like, this is Karen Johnson. This is my sister. And she walked towards me. I could not control my emotion. And she was like, oh, we're going to get to do this interview. So it was Whoopi Goldberg who just, it meant so much. And Robin Roberts, when she came, because she's given me so much advice, and she asked me, was it something that I wanted to do? And I said, I wanted to write. And she just began to affirm me. And I don't know, maybe I was on my period, but I started crying then. Everybody keeps linking everything. They're like, Sherri, you on your period. I said, I don't even get my damn period no more. So, but I got very, very emotional with Robin Roberts. So I am a crier. If y'all don't know, I will cry at the drop of a hat. So when people come and say, they're fans of mine, or they actually say yes to coming on my very new talk show, I get very, very emotional. So there we go. I don't know what I'm going to act like when Trevor Noah comes. Oh my goodness. Or somebody, just like another major artist. I'm just going to be in Mary J. Blige. I wanted to cry. So it's so many moments. Every day is a moment. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Heather. Monica asks, what's the best thing and the worst thing about being a celebrity? The best thing about being a celebrity is sometimes I get in restaurants and eat some food because this is what I say. When I go to restaurants, they don't let me in. I say, Barbara Walters would always tell me that this is the restaurant to be in. I don't even say who I am. I go, Barbara Walters, because that works. Even though Barbara is in heaven right now, it still works to use Barbara Walters' name. And then I will go, Whoopi. The last time I saw Whoopi, Whoopi said she wants to take me here. Y'all remember when Whoopi was gone? That'll get somebody's attention right away. And then at other times, I'll walk in and it's really crowded, and I go, Octavia Spencer. And usually, if they don't look too hard, they will be going back to the kitchen going, Octavia Spencer's right there at that table 8. There we go. So I make sure I tip well. So thank you, Octavia Spencer, for being such a great, great tipper. So that's the best thing about being a celebrity. Also, I think the best thing about being a celebrity is I get to meet people that I normally would not be able to meet, because I remember being a legal secretary, and I would sit and I'd read all the People magazines and all the Enquirers, all those magazines, the trades, the rags, the tabloids, and I just would dream when I was in the break room. Half the time I was late going back to my desk because I would dream about what would it be like to meet these famous people. So when they come and sit on the couch, I fan crush because I'm like, this is the same person I used to read about when I was on my break, drinking my coffee because I didn't have enough money to bring a lunch to work, and they didn't garnish my check. And I was just like, what would it be like? I wonder. So to be able to live this dream is one of the best things about being a celebrity. Now, my son is very spoiled because he's like, geez, if he's got to wait in the line at the airport more than 5 seconds, he's like, what's taking so long? And I go, you not the celebrity, I am. So you got to let these kids know. Now, Monica also said, what's the worst thing about being a celebrity? Thinking you a celebrity. You ain't nobody you ain't that daggone big. But the worst thing is when I do try to get in and use Octavia Spencer's name and they go, you're not Octavia Spencer. Then I go, oh shoot, well, I'm Oprah and I love playing games. And they go, you're not Oprah. And then when I can see the security coming, I go, well, this is a bad thing about being a celebrity. So it's also like when you are a celebrity, people expect you to tip way more. Like I was in a hotel room because I had to do some stand-up. And the guy came and gave me, I didn't have any deodorant. So they came and delivered a little bitty old deodorant in my room. I thought I was balling. I gave him a $5 bill. He looked at that $5 bill like, for real, Sherri Shepherd. And I said, I don't know how you recognize me because I don't have my wig on. So I gave him another $5 and he was like, really? $10? And I go, it was deodorant. I ended up, that man left with about $50. That's the worst part of being a celebrity. Everybody thinks you are rich, rich, rich. So when Jeffrey asked for some ice cream, I was like, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. All right. Thank you, Monica. All right. The last question is from Nadine. What was the first? She says, Nadine asked, what was the first joke you told on stage? The very first joke I told on stage, and I used to have my hair in 2 French braids, and they had 2 bows on the end of my French braids, and I wore white bobby socks with white gym shoes and overalls. When I tell you, I was such a nerd. But the first joke I told, which really happened, I said, it was on Valentine's Day. I always date cheap men because it was Valentine's Day, and I asked my boyfriend, he gave me 1 rose, and I said, that's all you giving me is a rose? And he said, baby, before I could get your flowers, the light turned green. So it was like the people were selling the roses on the side of the freeway and the light turned green. And that actually really happened. I was dating a man. He said he wasn't able to get the whole bouquet because the light turned green. And that actually was my first joke, and it killed. And it always killed. And I will always remember that first joke and that first boyfriend who was so damn cheap, he couldn't even buy me flowers on the side of the freeway. And that's it. I just want to say I love catching up with you guys. This is a lot of fun. And, just keep coming back. Post your questions in the comments section because if I find a good one, then I would love to answer it because I do read everything that you post and I would love to answer it. So just don't say, Octavia, I want to ask you because I tend to skip over those. Be sure to follow Sherri Show TV for more information.